Let's keep going here with the Vikings and the Bengals. I know Kyle's dialed up on this one. I got to tell you, I'm a little dialed up on this one also. We are going to recap and give our best bets and what we've gone over on the show, but I'm digging this, man. Vikings team total over 24, minus 135 at Caesars here. No doubt in my mind they can get to the 24 number. 3 touchdowns and a field goal get you a push. Anything more, that is going to be cash in your pocket. Now, the matchups here make sense. That Cincinnati defense stinks. You have 2 elite wide receivers on the outside for Minnesota. You have my personal favorite running back in the NFL. No hamstring injuries, Kyle. No knee injuries. Healthy on turf day one here. They should be able to move the football, but also keep in mind, you should be, if Joe Burrow is showing flashes of what he did last year and was able to be healthy on that knee, he's got weapons at the wide receiver position as well. I think we get points. I was poo-pooing this year on Monday, Kyle, saying, I don't know if I like this over. The more I look at it here, if I get a good start out of Joe Burrow, there'll be points. But my favorite play in this game, not even a side, even though I do think the Vikings will win and cover the -3, it's them to get the 24-plus points in this game and cash in my team total ticket.
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense. I love the Vikings this week. It's one of my favorite plays of the week. It was the one line when I looked at it. To me, it just didn't make sense. I'm not sure what Cincinnati did to make their football team better.
Yeah.
So you have Joe Burrow, who last year before the injury, you saw what they were doing. They were throwing 55 times a game with this kid. They just left him to slaughter. They do absolutely nothing to address the offensive line. Instead, they draft Jamar Chase. Now Jamar Chase is whining that he can't see the white stripes on the ball, so he can't catch it. I mean, as soon as I heard that bullshit from one of my players, they're gone. Just get the hell off of my team. So you're telling me you sat out a year. You knew you're going to be drafted in the first round, and you didn't practice catching footballs without white stripes on it? What the hell is going through your head? The Vikings are going to smash the Bengals this week, and I don't want to be too crazy because I have a tendency of jinxing my teams, and the one concern with the Vikings is what? Kirk Cousins has made it known that he's an anti-vaxxer. Now, I don't care if, everyone gets your vaccine or not, but when it comes to the NFL and their protocols, the protocols are much stiffer, and you have a higher risk of missing a football game if you're not. So there's always that risk betting too early with the Vikings this year. But the Vikings turn around and they said, listen, here were our weaknesses last year. Our secondary and our defense was terrible. They went out and they get Bashaud Breeland, which I think is a really underrated signing. They get Patrick Peterson. No, he's not the best corner in the league anymore, but he's still exponentially better than Jeff Gladney, who they were throwing out there last year. Danielle Hunter is healthy. They bring back Everson Griffin. The Vikings, on paper, look like Harrison Smith now healthy at the safety position. The Vikings could be a top 10 defense this year. It could be an underrated defense early in the year. You mentioned all the weapons. The Bengals are going to have Eli Apple starting at corner and trying to cover Justin Jefferson. Should be points galore. Does it make me nervous, Kirk Cousins on the road? Always. But it's a 10 a.m. game on the West Coast, 1 p.m. Early game against a bad team who let their best defensive player in William Jackson go. Vikings should roll here. I love this play this week. Vikings -3, easy money for me.
Yeah, a couple of people asking in the chat box quickly. Caesar's going to be a major player for me. So if you're going to be following along on my team totals all season long, I'm going to be using Fox Bet a lot. I'm going to be using Caesar's probably the most. Also, FanDuel will be mixed in there. BetMGM a little bit, but Bet365 as well. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of the numbers that I see at Caesar's where they're giving you the opportunities, like, every 1.5 point. Nobody's going to give you 16, 16.5, 17, 17.5. But it looks like right now Caesar's really has my eye. So we're going to be hitting that pretty good here. The old William Hill. We'll see how long they keep those team totals up, as we like to say.